Ominous sort of cold vibe.
Because he collabs with some other producers too that got their own thing going on.
Now this is really nice right here. That open hi-hat just like seals it in.
Take it from the top for me again.
You having some of these donuts? Don't let me hang in.
Oh, let me get some. Hey, love Kurt. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. You already know. I wouldn't be doing it right if you wasn't mad about it, man. I appreciate you. Damn. I was happening, Nate. Hey, I gotta make you moderate, man. Yo, Nate, do me a solid, get that clown up out of here. His name's Kurt Both. He's acting like a little bitty bitch, and he learned it from his mama.
Kurt Bofa?
Some bitch up here.
Kurt Bofa?
No. That boy's talking nonsense.
It's not Kurt Bofa. Oh, my bad.
Why? What am I missing? Who's that?
Kurt Bofa? Bofa?
Both of these. You're a fool, bro. Unbearable. Both?
I'm sorry, bro.
Is that both?
So I got Bank of America, right? Anytime I do anything involving them, they always, acronym B of A, Banger Bofa. Anytime I'm doing anything at an ATM or I get a text or on the app, always both of these nuts. The way you taking my money, bitch.
Both of these nuts.
The way you taking my money, bitch. Oh my god. I'm feeling this heavy.
I'm feeling this
heavy.
So
as far as like structure, you kind of.
God bless you, Nate.
So I'm thinking, obviously, we got intro here.
Yeah.
This is sort of the intro, the actual intro to the beat. So I'm thinking we keep the kick, the snares, and the hi-hat at the chorus, like at the hooks. So not even yet. But do you have in your head an idea of kind of how you're gonna approach this, like writing-wise, like? Now this is where I say where the hook or chorus should come in. Like we give them a take.
So where exactly?
Well, I mean, we can kind of do whatever, but I think right now we have the whole foundational track. So I think for the hook in the chorus, we run it like this with the kick, 808, the open hi-hat, and the extra snare. Like this has all the juice and the meat. We should treat this part like the hook or the chorus, like this collection of sounds. I think when you're doing a verse, we take out the kick, the snare, the other snare, and the open hi-hat, and we kind of just minimize it.
Let me listen to how long the build-up is, though, because like we got a good amount of like intros on the song.
So we can move this around. I just think we have all the parts of the track I think that we need. Like in terms of like.
Okay,
I think we have the sounds we need. Like everything here sounds perfect. It's however you want to like arrange it now.
Yeah.
So intro, like this is the sort of interlude intro where it's more effect. It's more you're building the suspense.
Israel, dude, man.
Straight up the heartbeat. So you come in here, talk some
Talk
shit.
some shit, yeah.
Like,
In, and go.
hey,
Right there.
hey.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? Like, it's all about just how you want to like jump on it.
Right there, we hit them like that.
I think we give them a hook right away. Another thing that I've been really like keeping in mind when I'm working on my own stuff too is the environment has changed with how people listen to music. So talk about Michael Jackson. Back in the day, you and I were coming up, growing up. It was you get an album, or you on the radio, you listen to the full song. You know, and it's a journey, the intro, verse, bridge, hook, whatever. Now, for better or worse, I'm not here to be philosophical. The way people listen to music has changed. And what people expect out of a song is different. Because there's so much of everything now. It's almost like you have to rearrange the song. So I feel like building up a good verse and then giving them a hook.
Yeah.
Like on that first listen, on that first moment that they're listening,
establishes everything.
You establish it.
Hypnotic.
Exactly, because it's like a play. Like it's the arrangement has changed. You have to work with the times. Now, again, I'm not here to say it's better now than it was back then, but I'm adapting.
Yeah,
and that's who's gonna survive.
And
it's not necessarily the best or most technical, the most smartest producer, artist, or singer. They might have their run, but when the times are changing, when the mediums change, when the way people listen change, what they listen to, how they listen to, what device they listen to, how long they listen to each track, you gotta either adapt because it's sink or swim.
You got to.
And if you're not, it's a voyage, dude. Like the sea's not always gonna be clear and smooth, and you're gonna get some storm
all the time.
And if you're not ready to take care of that, adios. See you at the bottom.
Straight up, it was crazy. I'm gonna comment on a couple things. Shout out to everybody that's watching right now. Let's talk some music. We're in here making music, so let's talk music. Lucky's dropping soon, and so is Drake. And my own voyage as an artist, I found myself, okay, I don't make the kind of songs maybe Drake makes, or Taylor Swift, or Benson Boone, or Lil Durk makes. And that's cool because I'm doing my own thing. I'm in my own lane. I'm not worried about other lanes. And the thing is, it's just like being your authentic self in a public space, being your authentic self in an area where there's other people around, because at that moment, you're not wearing a mask. You're not pretending. Whoever's for you will be for you. And that's how I feel about my music. So it's okay that I don't do what some people might expect out of traditional music. And I reckon that's why I'm pulled to Valet and his collaborators so much, because Valet doesn't follow any rules as far as what a lot of people know how a song should sound.
And who dictates, you think, how a song should sound?
Good question.
Is it the people, or is it the actual producers? Is it the record labels?
Industry.
Is it the really pinnacle top elites who don't care about the music? They just care about the
It's
the
the industry. They just care about the money. So, Valet hasn't been on the Billboard 100.
Sure.
Valet, you don't hear Valet on the radio.
Sure, but if you talk to people who know a thing or two about the industry of music, almost 100% sure they're gonna know Valet.
Oh, if they're really tapped into the industry, absolutely.
So now I think it's
shout out to Fandretti. He said underground the way.
There's a conversation. I kind of feel like Vlad. Those interviews, DJ Vlad. Let's do that. Now, what do you think though? Do you think it's sustainable to be out of that mainstream commercial thing for long term? Like
1,000.
Yeah.
1,000%. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna name another name. Has MF Doom ever really been on the radio?
No, but that's your favorite rapper's rapper.
Madlib.
I listen to
Jay Dilla.
Jay Dilla, Madlib, Mad Villain, MF Doom. They're on my daily rotation. But that's me.
Most Def.
In my daily rotation, Miss Fat Booty every other day, bro.
And you know what? I was born in 95.
Gangstar, Black Star. If you really know,
I was born in 95. I reckon Most Def has had some mainstream hits, but not many. That's honestly speaking, and I'm not taking away from him. I'm just saying he doesn't fit the template of what the mainstream
Because it
wants.
might be too real.
It's too real.
At the end of the day, I think the people, the mainstream public, the average buyer,
Mhm,
the average consumer that the industry targets might not be able to handle the truth.
mm-mm,
You know, the classic, you can't handle the truth. The truth is too harsh. And then when a lot of rappers, a lot of artists are putting a lot of truth out there,
mhm.
it's just like, when you hear these scientists, like, oh, he was about to find the cure.
Yeah,
There you go, he out.
yeah.
You can't show them that truth. You have to almost keep them in a trance. That's why I feel like some of these artists like Drake, my feelings on him aside, Drake, Taylor, there's a certain formula to the kind of music they put out. Benson Boone you mentioned. Like,
Mhm.
you know that music. You understand exactly how it's gonna sound,
Yeah,
the drop, the hook,
it's
and
predictable.
exactly
It's
because
predictable.
it's meant. And you see these shows though. That's what bothers me. It's like these shows you see that these artists perform are insane. The production is like there's like hundreds of thousands of people in there.
Mhm.
They're all, but it's like to me the music is like mild. It's mild salsa,
Yeah.
but these people are like in a trance, and so it's
Yes.
almost like this staying away from the real, the actual truth, and floating in this sort of like fake realm.
Mhm.
That's what gets people like hooked, and that's what sells.
That's why I appreciate people that, shout out to Nathan watching right now. Shout out to us as brothers, as fellow artists for being invested in each other. Because some people just like an artist because they're popular, man.
Oh yeah, because their
Because
boy
they're
listened to
really
them.
popular.
Because
Exactly.
the club plays them all the
Because
time.
the club plays them, the radio plays them.
Not like they're
Who
dancing either at the
the
club.
huzz is listening to them.
Yeah. They
Okay.
trying to impress because oh my bad. It's
See
like, oh,
me,
you
you
listen to
good.
so oh I listen. Do you really?
Exactly.
Do you really?
See, I'm the
Where they
type.
come from?
I'm the type real ones know, but at the same time, a lot of folk have told me, "Oh, what I'm saying, I'm not, don't let him get the aux," or maybe I'm not the DJ
Yeah.
at the beer pong tournament or whatever because I'm not playing the same
Yep.
old.
Yep.
I like experimental sounds. I genuinely like music that knocks me off balance and makes me feel
So
something.
let me ask you this now because this
Hmm.
is something that I've tapped into.
Hmm.
The way we view music is different.
Hmm.
You and so this is how I view music as a producer. To me, music is almost
The
like a
investments.
drink, like a beverage, like a
Hmm.
snack. If I'm in the mood for an energy drink, if I'm gonna put on something that matches that tempo, something
Hmm.
upbeat, something heavy, at the gym.
Hmm.
I was in the mood for red wine, so I'm gonna put on old school MJ,
Yeah.
some MF Doom, something
Yeah.
soothing to the ears.
Hmm.
Sometimes I want Kendrick, sometimes I want Metallica. Like music for me is almost like if I have like a shelf full of provisions. Like, what do I
Right.
want right now? What am
Hmm.
I in the mood? What's gonna elevate me right now? I'm in the mood for Mexican food. Okay,
Hmm.
I'm in the mood for Italian.
Hmm.
That's how I view music.
Yeah.
It's like I want the music to elevate that experience that I'm in right now,
One
that
thou
vibe, that mood.
absolutely.
So yeah, when I'm in a certain setting, I want that music to match. Most people
Mhm.
don't see it like that. Most people, it's like chicken tenders and fries. This is the best analogy. And again, real quick, I'm not talking down because again, this is just personal taste and
Mhm.
art. To most people, music is like almost like a food, and a lot of people don't have a great palate. It's
They don't.
chicken tenders and fries.
They don't.
Chicken
And
tenders and fries. And I get it. Hey, it's good. It's safe. You know what it tastes like. But let me put you on some filet mignon. I'm gonna change your life.
see,
That's exactly how I see it with
I agree
music.
with you. There's a couple things here though. There's a couple things. It's like it's also like I'd like to comment on. I also, besides how I'm feeling, I like to use music as a tool, as a
To
drug to
collect,
change my
yes.
cognition as
You
well.
could change the mood.
If I'm thinking about the wrong things, if I'm feeling the wrong way, and like that's also philosophical. Are you feeling the wrong way? Perhaps you need to feel that way to process it. I don't know. But at the same time, if you got some shit, let's say you got something to do, you got something, you got stuff to do that day.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, you woke up on some melancholy vibes, melancholy mindset. At the end of the day, you want to do something. You want to take action to put yourself in a different mind space, a headspace to uh 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 execute the tasks that are at hand. You
See,
might want to listen to some music that gets you going, that turns you up, something hype,
Siri
maybe
play.
something introspective. At the same time, like you said, different palettes with this music. Why I feel like a lot of this stuff isn't talked about, listened to, or discussed as much is because people experience music in a different way.
Hmm.
I was talking to my dog OG Honcho, and he was saying that he's one of those people that get goosebumps from a song he loves.
Hmm.
And
Not everybody does that.
Tame Impala, Tame Impala, he has a maybe it's I heard he has a condition where he sees colors.
Oh, it's very, very. I've heard of that too. Yeah.
Right, he sees colors when he listens.
Synthesia.
Yes,
Kanye
something
has a
like that.
form of that as well. Yeah, you
Something
can
like
hear colors, you could see sounds.
who else has it?
Kanye has a form
Kanye
of
does
that.
too.
Yeah.
When you hear certain sounds, you see colors.
Yep.
And people literally have different relationships with
Hmm.
music. So with that being known, I'm a music connoisseur.
Right.
Everyone that doesn't know me like that, that just meets me and gets to know me, they're surprised by how much different music I listen to. I've
Yep.
heard it from everyone.
Yep.
I've heard it from everyone who's gotten to know me. They were surprised. Do I listen to rock? Yes. Do I listen? I was just at the Owl Shop on Wednesday night,
Oh yeah,
listening
jazz.
to live
Kevin
jazz.
Bent.
Pop is cool.
And
R&B,
isn't
hip hop, trap,
isn't
classical, opera.
isn't the hardest question for you like who's your favorite? What's your favorite? Dude, I don't know.
It
Depends on
really
the day. It
it
depends on
depends
the
on the day
moment.
and
It depends on
the
the
moment.
moment. Not even the day, the moment, dude.
Come on.
It literally depends on that exact hour of the day.
It
What I'm
does.
feeling. I
It
can't
does.
because you also know there's no like there's good songs or bad, but there's no like, oh, this is better than this. It's like, no, dude, that one is a different cut of meat.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
that's a tenderloin. That's a flank. Both great in their own way, but I'm
Literally.
not gonna who's better. Cook
Re-
it better. Who cooks it
recently
better?
I got into blues.
Stevie Ray Vaughan,
Um
BB King, a little bit of that into that,
Shout out to the legends. But
or modern
I'll
blues.
name another legend, uh Lead Belly.
Yes.
So I've been jamming Lead Belly crazy, and oh goodness, if you could listen to some of Lead Belly's songs if you haven't already.
Only a few things I've heard, but like very impressed.
Bro, there's so many. It's the blues, man. And Leadbelly's one of them Picasso types, or I forget which artist it was. It's not like he was running around touring,
Hmm.
smashing hoes, going all around the world. He was playing for the fuck of it, man. He wasn't rich off
And
it, bro.
that
He didn't get to see that Elvis Presley treatment. He played it because that's all he knew. God called on him to do it. And the music, if you listen to the music, oh my goodness, it's emotional. It's cold blooded, bro. It's moving. It's moving. It's so moving. It's so honest. That's what I feel like is wrong in music right now. It's cool to have a hype song like, oh yeah, bottles, party, women,
yeah, something to
fashion, bling bling, blah blah.
you're
But
not
at the same time, let's talk about it for a moment, folks. How many people can relate to that?
zero.
Are you a millionaire?
It's like the birthday song. How many times do you have to sing happy? Like it's a great song, you need it,
Yeah.
but it's not something you
We
play.
heard it already.
It's a time and
It's not
place for
always your
that.
birthday.
It's a time and place. Listen, like to your point,
Do you have a Lamborghini Urus? Are you scamming?
you're not
Are you selling
you're not
crack?
pulling up on nobody with no Glock. You're not. You
No,
don't have a gun license, dude.
you're not. You know what I mean? How many people are there? There's people doing it, but how many are you?
And listen,
Are you a millionaire who has sold crack and scammed and has Lamborghini Uruses in foreign hoes? Are
no,
you?
no, no. Let me say this. Electric Sound. We're gonna spit
Is
this out.
everybody living that way?
Listen,
I don't think so.
there's nothing wrong with using those songs as a tool in a moment to again alleviate. If you're in a rough place, you're feeling down.
Hmm.
Hey, if that song is gonna get you out of that dark place and make you think you're a badass and
Right.
get to work, blast that shit,
Yeah.
homie. But understand, that song is a story. That
Hmm.
song is like a movie.
Hmm.
Nothing's really real about that.
Hmm.
Okay, it's an art form. Don't attach the meaning to anything other than how does this sound? Can I bump this? Do I like this? Does it make sense to me in the moment? Don't attach your personality to that song because, like I said, it's like a drink. It's like a beverage. In that moment, it's giving you what you want. That doesn't mean I'm not. I'm drinking espresso martini right now.
Hmm.
It's not me. I'm not a connoisseur. I just like it right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not revolving. I'll explore it more. I'll find out. Maybe one day I'll become a real master at it. But right now, just something I was in the mood for. Nothing more, nothing less. Move on. Maybe in the next moment I'm gonna feel a beer. You're gonna feel something else. Don't isolate yourself and don't box yourself in just to think, oh, my people. That's what all my boys are listening to. I got. Nah, music is special, man. At the end of the
Absolutely.
day, it's air pressure, it's waves,
You
and
know,
that's
we're
a physical. That's a physical feeling you have.
I'm gonna read this for you. Beautifully said, by the way. And I'm gonna read this for you. Uh Shanna Marsh said, "It's good to have a vast amount of music you like. I work with a doctor who has a 5,000 plus playlist he plays during surgeries. And if you have
Mm-hmm.
a playlist consisting of over 5,000 songs,
You know a thing or two.
absolutely. That's different genres right
And
there. You know,
and right,
that,
and just to what I was just
hmm
saying, and
hmm
this is a great example. The doctor would know.
hmm
Again, like I just said, it's air pressure. It's waves. Your body physically reacts to music. That's why some people get goosebumps.
You saw Doctor Strange?
Yes,
Wasn't he jamming some stuff?
dude. Yeah, and
Remember,
it's.
remember in the beginning, the first Doctor Strange movie, he was they were jamming something, and he told them to mix it up, didn't he?
I think I'm trying to remember the first movie.
Check it out. They were listening to something, and he asked them to change the song because of what he was doing in that moment. Just relating to what
So
Cheyenne Marsh
let me
said.
ask you this:
Yeah.
Do you know why in the club scene,
hmm
why it's always house music? Why it seems like, even though there's so many different songs, it's like it's the same rhythm, it's the same beat. Do you know why? Typically, house music, dance music, 128 BPM, 128 beats per minute. That's the standard. You have
hmm
some songs that are a little under 125, 124, some that go up to 135,
hmm
but they all revolve around 128. Why? That is the ideal optimal heart rate for activity, for a resting activity rate. That means that the reason when you hear a you're even if you don't like house music, you have that your body has that natural like you start
hmm
when Billie Jean comes on.
hmm
Why do you kind of that tempo matches your heart rate naturally?
So now
So
we're
your
talking
body,
science,
it
and
all is
that's what a lot of
science.
people overlook about.
Yes,
So I
it's more
described it
than just.
like this just last night in the Xbox Live party.
There's a reason you feel it.
Somebody pointed out once again. I said that I listen to a lot of music, and I said I'll tell you why. It's because it's not about clear as day. I'm an African American, right? I'm a black man.
You?
I'm a North American black man, and
Uh,
yes, I did grow up being very aware of BET, Black Entertainment Television, hip hop and rap. My stepdad's Jamaican, reggae, dancehall, soca, all that.
Motown. Talk about Michael
Motown,
Jackson,
and
Motown, and then
at
the classic rock scene,
at the
British
same
Invasion.
time, I've always been attracted to other genres. When I moved from Bridgeport, Connecticut to Naugatuck, Connecticut, I went to an entirely different demographic, and I was around skaters. I was around some of the emo kids, right? The rockers, and they put me on to some different music, and I felt the emotion. And what I was saying last night is, at this point in my life, I go for what is sonically sound, superior production. I don't care what genre, superior production, sonic science, because the soul and the body like a tuning fork.
Hmm.
And if you have premium sound waves hitting you, you will vibrate at that vibration.
Yep.
And that has everything to say about the sound waves.
Break it down in our song right now.
Yeah.
Perfect example. Like, what was I just saying? Okay, for the verse, I'm taking out the kick,
hmm
the open hat,
hmm
and the snare.
hmm
This is okay.
Let's
This is
listen to
going.
it.
This is
And shout
going.
out to Eggy real quick.
This
She's
is
part of the disco, man.
shout
She,
out. Hey,
she
shout out to
said, which
Connor.
is why it's common to work with music. You're working with a tempo you vibe with, hence making it easier to work. Absolutely.
Right here. So right now I'm gonna play the second half of a bar of the chorus, and
Let's
we're
hear
gonna
it.
go into a verse. Just listen to how the sound
Yep.
changes. Listen to how I take out a couple sounds when the verse kicks in. And right here, we take out the kick, the open hi hat, and the bigger snare because that's when the verse comes in.
hmm
That's when it's gonna be an individual line,
hmm
and you want that line to have a lot of emphasis. That's when you're really talking your shit. The hook, everybody's singing along. We're
hmm
all, but the verse is when you're really talking your shit.
hmm
You take away all the other loud hype components, so you're focused on what you're saying. That verse. It's like, oh damn, that's a hot bar.
hmm
Bring back the hook. Bring
hmm
back the snare. The hook. Now we're all singing along.
hmm
Cut it all out. Now you're focusing just on my voice because when you take away everything else,
hmm
when your verse, your audio file, your acapella
Yep.
is hitting on top of the very bare beat,
Yeah.
everyone's tuned into what you're saying. There's not
Yeah.
any of the extra theater around it. But when we want that hook, we bring the theater in.
Yes.
We bring the kick and everything in.
Absolutely.
It's a science.
We're bringing the trumpets. We're bringing the horns.
It's too much noise. And in that verse, you're only reading line by line.
Yes.
You know, you're not looking at anything else. So you want to focus on that. Let's say magnifying glass.
And Fandretti asked if that's FL.
FL Studio. This is FL Studio 25 Producer Edition.
Or that Fandretti FL Studio 25 Producer Edition. Shout out to Fandretti. Everybody, if you're tapped in, I'd like to briefly introduce myself. I go by Sean Voyage, the Voyager, the Heartbreak Kid, Superstar, Sexy Exy, you dig? Subscribe if you love the vibes, like that live stream. And we got a whole lot on the way. I'm in the studio with Electric Sound right now. We're working on the sounds right now,
Shout out to everybody on the voyage. Here with Sean Voyage.
You dig?
Working on Titan. Working on some crazy sound. Using science. Putting this together. But you know I'm shy, Sean Way. You know I'll be shy now, but we out here cooking though.
We cooking like a motherfucker, man.
We appreciate everybody tapping in.
And I tell you, that's the difference between a lot, man. Shout out to Lead Belly for not caring about the fame and fortune. And then you got artists like Tekashi 6ix9ine, that's what he built his career off of. And shout out to him for doing what he had to do as long as he's feeding his family, living his best life. But if we're talking about the art and dignity, integrity of music, you know what I'm saying, he'll never be mentioned as one of the best to do this.
We keep talking about him, but anybody seen the Michael Jackson movie? How we feeling? Anybody? Any of the crowd tapping? Anybody seen it? No.
I mean, you can be a popular person for robbing Cumberland Farms grocery stores and not washing your ass.
Oh shit! You can be on the news for that.
You can be on the news for that. They're like, well, not only did he rob the Cumberland Farms, but he stank really badly. You can be popular for that. You can be well known for that.
Yeah, I was just at the line. I was picking up some Skittles, and this dude came in butt naked. He was he started ravaging shit. I was just, I just want my Skittles. I didn't want no beef, no trouble.
That's the problem. A lot of people want to be popular for anything. Do you want to be known for having a beautiful soul, a heart of gold, a strong mindset, solid core values and morals and beliefs, work ethic, talents? Or do you want to be known for being sleazy, stinky, sneaky, evil? What do you want to be known for? You can get popular for a lot. It's going to come down to there's famous and then there's infamous. You make the decision.
Don't let that 15 minutes of fame be your entire legacy.
Everybody learn that lesson, man. For real, that's real stuff.
Listen, we all want that. We all want that 15 minutes. Don't let that be your whole legacy. It's got to be a lot more because, to your point, you can get famous for some dumb shit, and you can make a lot of money. You can make a lot of fame in that moment. But here's the thing: when you do good, now we're gonna get crazy here. When you do good and you work on behalf of God, the angels and gods will bless you.
Yes, sir.
In that same way, Satan is very powerful. Satan and his demons, for doing his work, will bless you as well.
Yes.
That is why you see today a lot of people who seem like they have it all are doing famous, but you could tell very clearly who's been blessed by the gods and who's been blessed by
absolutely. And that's where people get it misconstrued because
they'll both bless you, but trust me, one comes with a much heavier interest.
Absolutely. The devil could get you rich.
Oh yeah,
he get you rich. He get you filthy rich.
Look at all.
What do you want? You want money? You want sex?
You think it's a coincidence?
You want cars? The devil will give it to you.
You think it's a
coincidence? The devil will give it to you.
Always.
But what's the cost?
You see all these shows, all these artists, these mega artists, they have this odd demonic vibe to their show. This is not a coincidence.
No, it's not.
And listen, I'm not here to talk. People want to your point, people got to feed their families. And sometimes they're in it so deep that speaking against or digging out could it's like the mafia, unfortunately. Once you're in, unfortunately, it's not just, hey, I'm quitting. Here's my 2 weeks. What do you mean? Your family's in this. Your bloodline's in this now. So this isn't as a way to say, hey, the artists that you guys listen to, this and that, but it's no coincidence that certain artists reach insane levels of fame, success for certain periods, even. And it's like you'll see the message. It's very few artists that come up in a bright light that maintain that white light. It's like once you start getting too good, too clean, too on the right side, it's like who? Where did they go?
Oh,
what
yeah.
happened to them?
Oh yeah.
But you see you see who's doing these big tours, you see who's headlining, and you're like, wait, why are you wearing that devil costume in all these shows? Like, what's up with that message right there? It's like you seem a little, I don't know. I'm not here. That's another conversation.
And I'm not trying to knock them.
Nope.
I'm not trying to knock them.
You gotta do what
but
you
here
gotta
it is. There's a reason why Playboy Cardi big as he is right now. I like the old Cardi. If you want me to speak honestly, does Cardi have the formula to be a top tier hip hop artist? Debatable. There's a lot of people that were around the same time Cardi was. There's a reason why Cardi's in the position he's in today. Look at what he's up to. Look at what he's done. Think about
it. What comes to mind first when you talk about, when you're thinking of that?
When I'm thinking about Playboy Cardi, what comes to mind? Promiscuity. Well, know what else comes to mind? Lack of morality.
That child who wasn't even there, I heard, when the baby was being born.
What's happening, brother? Long time no see. God is great, man. What else comes to mind? When you think about a rapper like that, you seen like upside down crosses. He's talking about he a vampire.
Whole lot of red.
Whole lot of red.
Even though hype, don't get me wrong, I'm guilty of bumping the album from an energy standpoint. It gets me, you know, but I know the bigger picture here.
The thing is, I started listening to Westside Gunn because, shout out to Westside Gunn, he praises God. And he also, if you listen to Westside Gunn and Griselda's music, they put real game in their music. They'll give you information on how to open your mind. Let God guide you. He literally says in a line, like on a song, you know, let God guide you and you'll be richer. You know, it's stuff to really open up your mind, like a key to open it up and evolve you, you know, enlighten yourself rather than being clouded by materialistic things and things of the flesh, and that'll ultimately harm the soul. Ain't nothing about a lot of drugs and a lot of sex gonna make your life perfect. It's not gonna make you feel great. You're gonna feel dope in that moment. You're gonna look for the next thing, and there's too much garbage in music. There's too much garbage, and I feel like that's just huge. Let's show them some different sounds real quick, Letcher. Let's remind them what we're in here for, man.
What are you feeling?
Shout out to JJFC. Let's run from the top, brother.
So this is a song. You know what this song reminds me of?
What's remind you?
Give you. This song is the reminder called Titan, right? Everyone's got to be a Titan. That doesn't mean being dangerous with your power. This song to me is about the importance of being a warrior in a garden as opposed to a gardener in a war. Listen, if you're not dangerous, you're harmless. But if you can't contain that power and danger, you're no good either. It's about being strong, being dangerous, being powerful, but only when God actually calls you to use that. Roll this from the top.
Let's take it from the top, black boy.
Chant voyage.
How long is it now? What are we at? How long the track right now?
Right there, that last hit, 152.
Perfect. Perfect.
I like it.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Supervillain the sequel is almost complete. I've recorded plenty of it. I was just recording Wednesday night before I went to the house shop.
This one's a real big one coming. This one's a real concept album.
2. Hellhole. In some sort of skit and or interlude. Just one. A song called Hellhole. I'll tell you why.
Sound nasty. Like a nasty
It's
beat.
disgusting.
Like a nasty beat.
It's filthy. Putrid.
Maybe like a 808 with some absurdly hot, heavy distortion where it's just like.
Let me tell you the truth.
Sound like broken speakers.
When I go to Main Street in my city, I see a hellhole.
Oh no.
I see alcoholics, addicts. I smell reefer everywhere. I see people that are homeless.
What else you see?
I see the confusion, the lostness, the pain in the eyes, the defeat.
What else?
When I look online, I see lies.
What else you see?
I see facades. I see lust. I see fraud. I see distraction, hatred. I see misery, boredom, lack of purpose, impending doom. I see a hellhole. What's happening, C. White? It's the voyage, man. Hellhole. Hellhole. When I look outside, I see a hellhole. When I look online, I see a hell. They're always trying to sell me something. I tell them, hell no. They're trying to sell me courses.
Tell me that was not perfect.
You know it was.
Dude, that was. I'm sorry, I had to. That just happened to be the perfect freaking sound. Dude, that was like. I'm mad we weren't filming that right there. No, you were. You were. Dude, that was the most perfect background to what you were saying.
Larry, I see a hellhole. I've lived in Waterbury.
You lived in Bridgeport, bro.
I have. I've seen a hellhole.
Ain't nothing pretty.
I'm gonna tell you something, brother. And it's gonna carry on after the live stream too. They don't have the answers.
Mm-mm. No, that's why they're so helpful. There's no solutions, no progress. There's no figuring it out. Just accepting and being.
What's it mean to work hard? What's it to indulge in backbreaking work your entire life? To, yes, own a home and a vehicle. But to be crippled and decrepit in your 70s.
Nothing to show for.
At the same time, I've seen beaches with people the same age, able-bodied, throwing frisbees with their wife. With the sun shining on their skin and through their eyes. I've seen them. I've met them. I've met them. I've seen the difference. Once you look inside Pandora's box, it ain't no looking back.
Oh yeah, once that shit's open.
Shout out to C White. Shout out to them ones that seen a real hellhole and still vibrate on a higher frequency. Absolutely, C White. It's important. If you never seen a hellhole, you can't help guide nobody to come after you. If you never experienced hell, if you never seen a hellhole, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? You're not qualified. You're not certified if you never experienced hell, seen a hellhole. You're absolutely right, brother.
And if I may, if you're going through hell right now, keep going. Ain't no point if you're gonna stop and quit. Ain't no point in stopping quitting in hell. At
I,
least push through and get out that shit first.
mm-hmm.
If you're in hell right now, keep freaking going.
And I'll attribute this to the song Valhalla that will be on Supervillain, the sequel. There's a misconception about the ascension to Valhalla. A lot of people make it synonymous with heaven, yeah, which may be, yes, of course. At the same time, you shouldn't be afraid. See, the reason why the Vikings fought so fiercely in the battlefield was because as much as they wanted to get back home to their wife and children and feasts and mead, they were itching to get to Valhalla, to feast with the gods and hear the Valkyries sing and indulge in eternal life. Don't fear the storm, learn to dance in the rain. Amen, C. White. There's a reason why the Vikings were itching to get to Valhalla. It was because of that very reason. Because the thing is, you can either fight and win victoriously to see another day, or you can die with honor, integrity, and bravery, courage, with weapon in hand in the battlefield, and be granted the ultimate gift to feel no more pain and feast with the gods in Valhalla. And truth be told, folks, this is how we must approach life every day. It's a pleasure to fight, and it will be a pleasure to go back home to the kingdom. Find balance in that, and you'll find truth, serenity, and solace. The voyage.
Amen.
Amen.
Beautifully said.
Oh, what a beautiful song. I wish you had it on your hard drive. I know you got the instrumental. Shay London got the real deal on him.
Which one?
Valhalla.
Oh, I don't have a full pride. I can't wait to hear that.
Racing to Valhalla where the Valkyries holler. You better not follow. You better not. You wouldn't dare bother. All my bread holler. The truth's hard to swallow. Like, who is your father? Luke, I'm your father. When I see you in the battlefield, you'll get decimated, decapitated, because I'm underestimated.
Oh my bread holler. That's
All my bread's holler.
yo, that one.
Come on, man.
I always think of Bob's Burgers. I think of challah bread.
When I see you in the battlefield, you'll get decimated, decapitated, because I'm underestimated. I'll gladly demonstrate it. Demonstrations of axes waving, afterwards asses waving. Got right into it right after shaving.
Yo, that's I can't wait to hear this shit. This shit. You know, in a way, I think the fact that Superman's been taking a little while is almost gonna work to its advantage. It's like a dry age steak. So we're getting years of like musician like eras, like not eras, but like timelines of music. Like different music has changed and the perception has changed. So it's like it's dry age. You know, you're packing in more flavor.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, the most exciting thing about this is, as the time has passed, with us working on this project and where we are now, a lot of music has been released. And when it's all said and done, the most impressive genres have been, excuse me, other than hip hop and rap, in my opinion, with the
Yeah,
exception of people like West Side Gun and a few others. But I haven't been impressed.
I think as a producer, I will say I think the current state of rap and hip hop is in a transformatory period. I think that 2010
Hmm.
to COVID, let's say, till now, sure, post COVID, I think we saw a real explosion of a lot of great shit, but at the same time, in my opinion, some less than stellar acts who have painted hip hop and rap in a pretty vulgar light, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I think that we're kind of at a point where we're starting to see that, hey, maybe that wasn't the right sound to promote and
It's
push.
not.
And to again, not everyone listens to whatever they want, no problem, but that shouldn't be the sound that defines rap and the hip hop culture. And so I think right now we're in this sort of like weird stage, the entire industry, because I don't think there's any dedicated sound anymore. For a while, there was this trap sound that was taken over. Post Fetty
Hmm.
Wap, there was a very
Yeah.
specific trap
Hmm.
sound that was, very minimal, 808 heavy, mumble rap,
Hmm.
everything. And I think now we're kind of at a point where you're seeing a lot of acts coming up with almost anti-rap sounds. Like their sound is so against what's
Hmm.
been popular.
Hmm.
And so I think we're in a transformatory period for rap and hip hop. I I couldn't tell you right now what is like the genuine sound, because for a long time, for example, you had Metro Boomin, you had a certain sound from production samples, but now between the electronic sort of ambient take, like Two Hollis is this name that's been coming up, is
Right.
kind of shifting a lot of people
Two
into this
Hollis, Net Spend,
yes,
the
it's
Opium
yeah,
Boys.
opium. You have this sort of like new generation of what rap and hip hop and trap and whatever every other subgenre is going into. But
Has Keith Woods been popping up on
on
your
Keith Woods,
um
no, might have to be.
Indian type fella from Michigan, if I'm not mistaken? Uh, he's been having some motion.
Hmm.
And I like some of his style, but at the end of the day, bunch of drugs and sex.
Yeah, man. And here's the unfortunate thing. I've been finding that it's hard to really gloss past it in music. For a long time, when I was in college, when we were at
Mhm.
Westcom, when we were bumping, trying to think of whoever, Dexter, whoever was coming
Oh
up,
yeah,
like, oh,
Famous Dex was when we were in college. Famous Dex was popping.
name whoever,
Famous Dex was popping.
Ski Mask,
Oh,
like,
Ski Mask.
name anybody you want. And listen,
It's a shame he's fell off.
I'm not gonna say I didn't indulge in a lot of this stuff.
Mhm.
And again, there's so many artists we can name, but now where I'm at now, it's hard to listen to this stuff and enjoy it, even the beat, while I'm hearing this vulgarity.
Yes,
And again, it's
bro,
like a
we've
movie.
matured.
It's like a movie. It's like, hey, okay, again, okay, a little quick sex. It shows you the plot. Okay, I get it. Like I'm not here
There's
to
always going to be room for pure
sure,
entertainment, and I just want to acknowledge
but
what CY said real quick. He said hip hop still lives; it's just buried underground, as well
yes,
as the impressive shit won't be heard on the radio
and I
waves. And he mentioned Huey Briss. I'm not familiar with that name.
Huey Briss. No, I'm dying to find all these new acts that are new page. And I think what was the real turning factor for me, unfortunately, was the Kendrick and Drake beef, because I think that put it up on such a stage where it's like it pushed everything to the point where it's like, hey, this shit is so crazy to where it's not even just getting girls. It was okay. Now we're talking about like young girls. Now it's getting weird.
Mm,
Now it's just uncomfortable.
mm.
Now it's just like, what are we doing here? Like it kind of ruined that whole aesthetic for me of like party and club culture and this twerking vibes and bitches and money. And that whole and then they made it a Grammy. It's like, yo, hold up, you guys promoted this song that calls Drake a pedophile. It won a Grammy. Drake is still famous. Like, what? What's going on here? Like, are we like? I took it personally so weird as like, so are we promoting this stuff? Is it bad? Is this just are we don't care? Everybody's popular. Like the to me that topic at hand is so sensitive that the
It
fact that
is.
rap got to that point to where oh now we're just it's not even gang shit. Now it's just oh you're a pedophile. Like whoa, like now this is in a weird place. And I think that is the culmination of years and years, decade now of promoting this stuff. And I hate to always go back to this cliche, but the fact that WAP by Cardi B was promoted by women so heavily in that era, and I think that is in the same way of the Drake and Kendrick stuff. It's like it got weird.
You know
It
why?
got weird,
You
you
know why
know.
it's sad for me? Because people that don't have a good grasp on source, the Most High,
Hmm.
they'll fall victim to this.
Yeah. Yep.
They'll fall victim to. I'll say it like this: not all money is good money.
100%.
I'm not talking about a lot of money. I'm saying good money as in a lot of money. Not all money is good for you. Not all money is worth it. When I say by money, I'm also talking about opportunities, people, whatever it is. Not all money is good money. It could be evil.
Know where it came from.
You don't know where it came from. You don't know what it's really gonna cost you. Yeah, you got the money, but the money gonna cost you. You did.
Yeah.
So when we talk about people who aren't tapped in with the source, the Most High God, the way they ought to be, um, this is how you get women making songs like WAP, their anthem. And what that song, damn, you know what I'm saying about it, you know, cheat key for now, about you know what I'm saying, yeah, all that, they're talking about shooting people, man.
Yeah.
They're talking about shooting up playgrounds.
Yeah. That's
What are we talking about?
it's
Are you serious?
we're talking about death when we should be talking about life.
Yes.
And helping one another to get
Yes.
out of
And
that.
people have normalized this so
Yep.
much. It's been normalized. People are desensitized. Um, and that's why, to get back to my point, shout out to Tame Impala, Deftones, Willie
Justice.
Nelson,
Justice.
Justice. I just got put on by Tyler Childress. He's a country singer.
Child, I've heard of this name.
And the thing is, like, I like to be put on to new artists because I love every genre I do. It's just that depending on my environment, how exposed am I to talented artists of those genres. I just was introduced to Tyler Childress, country artist, makes beautiful music. From the instruments to his voice to the messages, the whole formula, it's the whole package.
Yep.
For a long time before that, I couldn't really name a country artist. Eventually, Willie Nelson, I was like, yeah, Willie Nelson got it.
Oh yeah.
And then finally, I found out about Tyler Childress.
You mess with Radiohead?
There's probably songs by Radiohead I can get jiggy with. I don't have any I don't have any Radiohead on my phone, but I'm sure there's radio songs I've liked, and I'll probably eventually. It's weird with me with songs,
You
because
save certain things.
yes, I do.
Yep.
There's a song that one of my buddies just you know that song, this song right here.
Talking to my truth,
Yup.
we got a helicopter up above.
Y'all might know this song. Ring the bell, ring the bell. I've known that song for so long, and I've never wanted to download it until last night.
Really?
Last night. Last night, I was finally tired of it. Something in my soul said, you know what? Wait a minute.
Finally.
That's a slapper.
Yeah. No, I do the same thing. It's weird. Yeah. I will purposely put off, like, diving into certain artists, certain things. And in a way, I never had an answer for it, but I think it's a divine act of God lets me wait until I'm ready to, like, hear certain artists. I really truly believe that. For the longest time, I put off listening to Nirvana because I thought it was not good music, because I was told I'm not supposed to like it. It's too this, it's too that. Even though that's kind of the era we came out of. And then a few years ago, once I was like, hey, let me listen to something other than Teen Spirit.
Yeah.
They were my most played artist last year on Spotify. Wow. Because I finally decided to tap in, and because, hey, I got that pull. Maybe for me, it's a generational thing. It's kind of, I was born coming out of the Nirvana age, the grunge age. So maybe that has something to do with it. But it's like, you can't deny what, like, it's called, like, what's for you, like, what pulls you, like, what calls for you, like, you can't deny it. You have to accept it. You have to embrace it. Yes. You have to embrace it. And so, yeah, it's like, I think genuinely, listen, the music we're talking about, the vulgar stuff, maybe has a place. You know, you're at a club, there's a certain event, there's it's like,
you know,
the birthday
why it has
song.
A place? You know why it has a place? Because shout out to West Side Gun. And I'm gonna shout out Future too. Because as much as Future has songs called the Percocet and stripper joint
Mm-hmm.
or Little Demon and all that. Future has real songs
Mm-hmm.
that I have memories with that have gotten me through periods of life that make me want to grind through a work day, through the gym session. And the thing about Future, even him teasing some of his new sounds, just thinking about what he said, Future does praise God. If you listen to him
Mm-hmm.
closely, he does.
Yep.
And he said he fell in love with the grind again. So pay attention to that. You know, it might sound simple, but he fell in love with the grind again.
Yep.
Let me talk to you about that. So for someone to grind, to be in love with a grind, there has to be a muse. There has to be a purpose there. There has to be a reason. Time after time in life, we'll find ourselves being led astray, distraught,
Influenced.
influenced negatively, knocked off our square, veered off our path. And that goes for loving ourselves sometimes too. You can fall in love with yourself multiple times throughout yourself. Fall in love with yourself multiple times
And
throughout
break
life
up with yourself
and break
multiple.
up with yourself.
Not like who you are.
You noticed Future's cut his hair. So last year he lost a close friend to him, young Scooter. Uh, it comes with the territory of being how popular he is. You know the things, the dirty things they say about Future too. But he fell in love with the grind again, and that touched me because I know what it feels like. Shout out to the Ink Blots, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I don't want to set the world on fire is a song by them, and they said, I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to be the one that you love. I've lost all ambition for worldly acclaim. I just want to be the one you love. I resonated with that song deeply at some point because I know what it feels like to lose all ambition for worldly acclaim. I don't care about the big money bags,
Mm-hmm.
the foreign cars, the trophy wife, or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember some time I told myself, I don't care if I ever find what they call this romance love, as long as I have my art and my purpose.
And you love yourself.
Yes, I don't care about that. I value it if it meant for me,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not what my life is about.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
not what that's not what I wake up and it drives me.
You don't need it to make you whole.
No,
You are whole, and that's just an extra.
I've lost all ambition for worldly acclaim, and that still may stand. If it comes, it comes. If it's part of the territory, it's part of the territory.
Mm-hmm.
But I've lost all ambition for worldly acclaim. I just want to fulfill my purpose.
Mm-hmm. You don't need nobody's approval.
No, sir.
Only for.
Larry, play him something, man. I gotta use the bathroom.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Come on.
What you looking like next weekend?
We could probably do the same. I think we probably plan for the same, yeah. getting ready to bounce.
Yeah, bounce that over to me, brother. And shoot, yeah. Next time I'd like to talk about hellhole and
That'll be our next agenda.
and that skit's
Hellhole.
important too. Hellhole and the skit, yeah, because
So
just
what are you
something,
talking about? Like,
just something a little extra,
like a verbal skit, like
yeah, type
okay.
shit, and maybe even like barely even my voice, maybe another voice, you know, your voice.
Give me a voice. Give me somebody. Who do you want? What do you want? Give me something. Give me the person and the activity. That's how I work best.
Let's talk about that, because we're not going to talk about that on the stream. That's something we're going to make a way for, man. Hey, everybody, if you tapped in right now, hashtag The Voyage in the chat. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for letting us talk our talk, man. We're just keeping it real, talking about how we feel. You know, when you're dealing with me, it's the real deal, man. Shout out to C-White for being tapped in. Bless the ones that do it for the love and not the worldly acclaim. Absolutely. It's The Voyage, man. God bless you. I love you, man. Thank you for rocking with me for this long, brother. I rock with you, too. We're going to be reviving the Sean Voyage Discord. I got somebody working on it right now, the cosmetics, the ins and outs, the logistics, and we're going to get it right, man. Make sure we got the right people around us. God bless you and your family, brother. Lots of love for real, man. It's The Voyage, baby. And we're going to holler at you on the next episode. Ooh.